The woman looks at the baby dress and says it's very beautiful, but she ends up bumping into another woman and complains that she's pregnant, but when she looks at the woman she realizes it's a friend of hers, and the woman says it's a coincidence that they're both pregnant and wearing the same dress, and the friend explains that her boyfriend bought her that dress, but the woman says that her boyfriend did the same for her, and the friend says that she assumes that she has got married, but the woman says that she hasn't yet. So the friend says that she is going to get married soon and that she and her boyfriend have lots of plans, and then she asks if the woman remembers a man and explains that he is going to be the father of her baby, and that she must assume that the woman is going to be a single mother. But the woman asks how she came to say that man's name, and her friend confirms that they had a small relapse and that everything went back to the way it was in high school, and then the woman explains that this man also left a memory in her heart and that he is also going to be the father of her baby, but her friend is confused and doesn't understand, until the man appears and sees the two of them talking, and then he tells his girlfriend that when he met her he discovered what true love was. And to the woman he says that when he was with her, he discovered true love, and he says he knows what he did was wrong, but he promises he won't do it anymore, and promises he'll get better. But the two women ask him who he got pregnant by first, but he says that's beside the point and that what matters is that he'll take care of the babies, but now he has to go, but the two women ask him to wait, and his girlfriend says she forgives him, and the woman says she does too, but her friend says she forgives him more and starts kissing him, but the woman says she forgives him more than her friend and kisses him too. The man is confused by what has just happened and asks if neither of them is going to break up with him, but the woman says no and that they should continue choosing the baby's clothes, but the friend intervenes and says not to let that woman ruin their relationship and that they should choose their baby's clothes, and then the two go up to him and ask him to go, but the woman says she felt a contraction, but the friend makes it quick for them to leave soon. When he gets to the checkout, the employee asks him if he has two wives, and he confirms that he does and that they are his two wives, and that those two are his two firstborn children who are about to be born, but the employee says that this doesn't surprise her and that it sounds like a soap opera on social media, and then the man hands over the card to pay for the clothes but struggles to keep the employee from taking it out of his hand, and he asks how many times she can pay for the clothes, and the employee explains that there is interest and asks how many times he wants to pay, but he says he wants to pay in 9 or 18 times on his credit card. The employee asks him if he's sure that he wants to pay in 18 installments and that there's 70% interest on that amount, but he gets scared but says it's okay, and the employee warns him that if his purchases go over 500 reais he'll get a gift, and the two women, upon hearing this, run off to fight over who gets the gift first. And the man says that the two are always like this and that since high school they've been fighting over everything. In the past, we see the friend thanking the woman for coming with her and that she's really looking forward to the first date, so she points out that he's already waiting for her, but the woman asks if he's the man she's going out with and that she said she had feelings for him and that her heart got tighter when she saw him, but the friend says she didn't know she felt that way about him and that she thought he was an idiot. But the woman says that she's always liked him and asks how her friend didn't know that, but her friend says that nothing will come between their friendship and that she's going to the meeting just to say that she doesn't want anything to do with him, that no one will ever get in the way of their friendship, and then they promise and say that they'll be friends forever. When he returns, the employee asks what he plans to do now because keeping two babies and two women isn't easy, and that she's referring to money, but he asks her to calm down and says that she's confusing things, that he doesn't intend to stay with both women, that of course he'll stay with the one who gives him a male child, but the employee asks what happens if they both have a male child. And then she hands over the shopping and he says it's not possible that he's that unlucky. The two return and fight over the gift they've won, but the employee asks them both to stop, then puts the gift in the bag and says she wishes them both sympathy because he says he'll go with whoever gives him a male child and that will be his wife. So the friend says it will be her. But the woman says of course not and that it will be her because her family is full of men, but the friend says that she wasn't a man because of a chromosome, so the baby will certainly be a boy. But the woman says that the horoscope is not wrong and says that she has a lot of male energy around her, and the employee says that her last piece of advice is that they shouldn't stay with a man who treats them like that, and then they decide to leave. At the doctor's, the nurse says good afternoon and asks the man to go first with his wife, but they both get up, but the nurse asks who the friend is, and the friend says she's part of the family, but the nurse tells her she can't come in and that she should wait there, and then the two of them go into the doctor's office to do the baby's ultrasound. The man asks what's going on, and the doctor asks them to follow the screen, that you can see a leg there and an arm there, and that there's another arm there too. But the woman gets angry and asks what it is, and the doctor explains that it's a wonderful human being, a baby, but the woman asks if it's a man, and the doctor confirms that it's a man but that he sometimes cries and is insensitive too, and asks them to keep looking at the screen, but the woman says she wants to know if her child is a boy, and the man asks the doctor to get straight to the point. But the doctor asks not to be called doctor and that only the name will do. So he continues by saying that their baby is a wonderful being and that he's going to congratulate them and reveals that it's a girl, but the man asks how so, and the doctor confirms that it's a girl. Then the woman leaves the doctor's room, and her friend asks what her baby is, but the woman tells her that she has won as always because the baby is a girl, and tells her friend to go because they are waiting for her inside the room, but she asks her friend to wait and says that she wants to tell her something first. And the friend asks what it was, then the woman says that she forgives her friend for everything she's done for her, and that she wants her friend to forgive her too for everything she's done, that she can't hold a grudge any longer because it's not good for her or for the baby, that she wants to be an example. When the examination is carried out on her friend, the man asks the doctor what the sex of the baby is and that he should say something, but the doctor again asks to be called only by his name, and then he congratulates her and tells her that they are going to have a healthy baby boy, and her friend is happy and the man celebrates and says that now he's done it. On leaving the office, the man says he doesn't understand how she can do this to him, but the woman asks if her baby is also a girl, but the friend says no and that it's a boy, and then the woman asks why he left then, but the friend says she asked for it, that she doesn't want a father like that for her child, that they both know he's not a good man and that a father should love his child no matter what he is, and that they know this was never about him, but about them, but the woman is confused. The friend says that she's not talking about that and that she's talking about their friendship, and the woman says she's taken fright. So the friend explains that she lost a great friend 10 years ago and that now she has the chance to make up for it, and she asks for forgiveness for everything she's put the woman through, and the woman forgives her.